The phrase kingdom of God doesn't always occur in Jewish literature, certainly not in Old Testament biblical literature. It's a phrase that develops later in Jewish tradition. But the notion of God as king and the fact that this earth, this universe is his kingdom, that he rules over us and everybody on earth, is a very potent and universal concept in the Old Testament. There are two terms in the gospel tradition. Mark uses one and Matthew uses the other. And one is the kingdom of God and the other is the kingdom of heaven. They're both the same ideas. They're just different ways of saying the same thing. The kingdom of heaven is the way Jews said it. Malchut HaShamayim, the kingdom of heaven. Jesus, as you know, was a Jew and was reared in Jewish tradition. So many of these ideas were familiar to him from his own education and from the people he lived with and from his family and neighbors and so on. And he continued to develop them. Most of the, all of the early disciples were Jewish. All of the early emissaries that Jesus sent out to teach about his message were Jews initially. And they brought these ideas with them wherever they went. So they were certainly carrying forward Jesus' message, but Jesus' message also had a context to it. Not that it didn't come out of his head, but it didn't come out without some background, some precedence, and some Jewish understanding. And so all of that moved forward with the development of the early Christian tradition. And you see that in the Gospels, and you see that in consequent Christian tradition as well.
Now that's good news.
For more information on this and other issues of theological interest, visit us online at www.restorationfellowship.org. Also, for further reading on this subject, look for the following books: The Coming Kingdom of the Messiah, A Solution to the Riddle of the New Testament by Sir Anthony Buzzard. They Never Told Me This in Church by Pastor Greg Dybel. And The Amazing Aims and Claims of Jesus, What You Didn't Learn in Church by Sir Anthony Buzzard.